So in today's video, I am going to show you how I take apart this book, and then we'll be starting doing scraps, a scrap journal where we just glue scraps into an altered book. Enjoy! Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I'm hopefully going to be making a little scraps journal. I'm going to do an altered book, and I'm just going to cover the pages in scraps. But first I need to take out some pages. So I need to find the center of each signature, because this is a, okay, hold on. This is a bound. This is each signature is in separately, so it's not a glued signature. So I basically want to, okay, where's the middle? Okay, so we can see the strings. That is the center of the signature. I do not want to rip the strings, so I'm gonna just tear out pages around the strings and take out, probably should see how many signatures. I think I'm going to kind of do it like Barbara did and take out everything, all the middle parts of the signatures, and then I will just be left with the outside bits. I could just tear out a whole thing like this, but then I'm worried that I will rip, I'll stretch and rip the strings, which is not that big of a deal, but because the last two pages are usually glued in. And so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 pages in each signature. That helps me to count in between to find them. I do risk breaking the strings by doing it that way, so I will probably do it the way I was doing originally. And I think Barbara even glued hers together at some point. I'm gonna see if I can do it without doing that. We'll see. I might need to grab some tweezers to get this bit out. So I am just going to go in each signature and take out all the inside pages, and then leave these outside pages, which are usually glued to the next signature. You know what I mean? So if there's 4 pages in the signature, I'm taking out 3 middle ones, and I will try to take out this part too. Or if I don't want to deal with that part, which I probably won't, I could just make this a pocket here so that I don't have to see that in the book. So that's an option. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we find the strings in the center, and I'm going to take out 1, 2, 3 on one side, and then this other side will come out easily because it's already half ripped out. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do that with the whole book and take out this middle bit as much as I can. I know I had tweezers. That's not tweezers. That's not, whoops. Oh my goodness, rulers are falling. All the things are falling. Here's tweezers. Yeah, because my fingers don't bend to get those little tiny pieces in there. So there's that. But tweezers help. And then if I was worried about the strings becoming too loose, I could, they shouldn't, because these are also glued in. So I'm going to finish doing that, and then I'll be back. I also might go get lunch because it's after 2 and I haven't had lunch yet. Okay, so I have taken out all of the middle pages from the signatures, so now it's like really thin. There's not a lot of pages. I suggest, if you want to do an altered book, that you go check out Barbara's 49 Dragonflies video that she did recently. She has some little do's and don'ts. So I did watch that, so just followed a little bit of do's and don'ts for that. Oh, I didn't have my tweezers upstairs, so I'm gonna real quick go through and try to pull out all these. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm gonna pause while I do that so you don't have to watch it. if I can. I don't know. Will I even be able to? All right, be glad that I paused to do that because that was tedious. As you can see, I missed a whole bunch of pieces that were in the middle because I was just tearing. I think maybe if I had like used a ruler or something to get more in the center where the string was, I might not have had so much mess to clean up. Or because it was tedious, and if you don't have the dexterity, you might not be able to do it so well. Which is okay too. You can just kind of cover it with your scraps. So the point of this journal for me is to use up scraps, especially like little scraps. And I will also I'll use all kinds of scraps. Like if I want to have like some writing space on here, I might start with like something like this that can be written on and do scraps around it. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, I can use some of these pages as glue pages so that I don't get glue all over my desk. I kind of like the idea of having like some writing space. I might do it up there. And then putting scraps around the writing space. And then, you know, just be fun. Could put a quote. You know, if you're doing something about your day, it doesn't really matter. I'll save that. And then we've got this little piece here, which would be a good piece for putting in that. Oh, might be a little wide for there, so I guess I'll put it here. And then I'm just gonna do scraps all over. I have some, what I like to call contrived scraps. In other words, I printed them specifically to use as scraps. Like I printed them half page, 2 to a page or whatever. So that could be written on, so that might, it doesn't have to be. I mean, all right, let's see. And then I don't know if I'm gonna ink or not, but let's go ahead and, I don't need the really big ones. I want to start with small scraps. So let me sort through and find some small ones real quick. All right, so I've got some pieces that are more top layer, so they're just going off to the side. I've got my larger pieces I've put back in the box because my goal here, I think, is to use some of the more medium and smaller pieces. And then I've got a box with more of, well, that's neutral. That goes in the, I got a box of neutrals. I've got these mid-size, usually less than half a page size, but it's gotten pretty large of a pile. Over to the side there, and then a pile with smaller scraps there. And then I can finally get going on this, right? It feels like forever, and my shoulder's even starting to hurt from all the messing around I've doing. You realize how many scraps you have when you have gone through them twice in one day. Just saying. That is definitely a time when you figure out you have a lot of scraps. These are all like kind of like side, like they'd be perfect on the side somewhere. Let's see. I want to find something. What is our, well, the cover color doesn't really matter because I can change that if I decide to paint it, but since we do have some green here, I think I will go ahead and tear that down and just put it here. I think maybe off to the edge a little bit. I don't mind if I go around the edge. All right, there we go. Found one. I'm going to try not to stress too much about matching perfectly, because there's ways around that. If it doesn't match perfectly, you can always add some gesso. Also embrace the not perfection, the imperfection. All right, I kind of, do I want to leave that? No, I can cover that. That's fine. So I'm just going to fold this little piece over here. Just because I can, because I want to. It's a nice little painty piece. Ooh, and it does kind of, oh, except for that's got the same background as that. That's the only thing I don't like about that. Let's see. So we've kind of got green and a brownish color. I mean, I wish I could just do painty papers in here, and I think that would be pretty cool. That is pretty close to that color. Do I want to? Did I just do this backwards? No, I did not. I was worried that I did for a second there. Except I think I just want this to there, about give or take. Get a little rough edge on there. Maybe I'll find something to go across the bottom there that's, or not. It's okay if it's not perfectly straight, and I can trim off any that goes over the edge here. That's not a problem. I want to do something around the edges here. We're not looking for perfection, and I only have a certain amount of those. So let's not go too crazy. There's some little tags here. Nope. Okay, it's time to overthink it. I get a lot of scraps. I mean, I know there's not going to be like a perfect one, but there's going to at least be one that's like good and cool and fun to use. That's just got navy. Oh, it's got this butterfly. That'd be kind of fun. Because it's got some of the, like, not quite, it's almost that same color, similar color. And what I'm thinking about doing is maybe, this is just supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be like a lot of thought going into it. That doesn't mean that I won't put a lot of thought to go into it. Alright, I'm going to tear down and I'm going to come around his wing like I do. Not my original idea. I saw someone do it on Instagram and I thought it was a really cool idea. They did it with some of my easy fussy cuts that were part of the 1,000 subby giveaway that I did when that happened, whenever that was, a couple of years ago. I think I want this to come in a little bit more, and I want this to come in just a tiny bit more. Since it's kind of more decorating, the butterfly is more of a decoration kind of, sort of. I might even ink it. Just ink it. Oops. Coffee? Do I want coffee? I think I had, oh, here we go. I think I re-inked this one with vintage photos. I think that. Just for funsies. Probably inked it with the archival vintage photo. Since that's an archival pad. It's probably what I did. Don't know for sure. Alright. So I like that this is kind of meeting that, and that's kind of meeting that down there. So now I like it better. More better. Come down a little bit so we see a little bit more of that circle up there. And then I just need a little something in the corner. This little, what about this? That I can, okay. A little bit of yellow. I'm going to tear this in half. I think I'm going to put it across the top. Maybe the yellow bit. Follow the yellow bit road. Ooh, hope you guys are doing well. I'm taking a break this weekend from the cleaning of the studio, but I'm not done. Don't worry. If some of you worry, you don't have to worry. There's no need to worry. There's no worrying that's needed. I will get back to it for sure. Sorry if that part of that letter shows. It's not that big. But that yellow, because we got the yellow there, I thought that might be nice. And do we want to do this over here? Is that... No, I don't. What do I want to do? I don't know. Oh, we got this little... Oh, wait, I got the rulers. Hold on. Hold the phone. I have like a whole page of rulers from Artie Mays. I think that's who these are from, which I think would be fun right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. Ooh, and I might use some of that at the top there. And maybe elsewhere. Alright, you know what? We're just going to do this. I saw somebody else had like the same notch out of their ruler. What? Oh, okay. And I thought that was kind of interesting. If I move it down, then I don't have to worry about getting the notch too much. In their Tim Holtz ruler. I mean, oh, and if it rips there, you just cut it. It's not that big a deal. And I think I want to ink it. Just ink it. You know what I've lost already? It's right under here. Somebody was telling me. I must have kind of sort of heard ya. Must have kind of sort of heard ya. So if you didn't catch my last video, it's for How Do You Do Art? It's Artist Appreciation August. And so I did a piece that was inspired by Nikki Disenfall, who was a 20th century artist. She was born in 1930. And so that was a fun piece that I enjoyed making. That was fun to make. It's kind of inspired, like some of my next stamp designs might be kind of inspired by that. We'll see. Not the tree. I was thinking more like, you know, having like part doodling, part not doodling was kind of what was in my line of what I thought was kind of cool. So where you would like color part of it and have part of it be doodled. That's kind of what's on my radar, I think. Here we go. Uno, page uno, done. I'm going to trim off that edge. And I could pause when I trim off edges, but I probably won't. Because then I take the chance that I have hit stop instead of pause, and I might lose footage that I might think I'm recording when I'm not, or something. Anyway, so there we go, page 1 done in our altered book. I think that's fun. So yeah, when it's all said and done, this could then be used. It'd be a great place for you know, add a picture down here and write a little note about the picture there. Or if it was a gratitude journal, you could like write your things you're thankful for. Just have it really pretty and cool around the edge. And I will also have some pockets in here as well, I am sure. How about if we just do, should we do this down the middle? I mean, that's going to probably mess up our folding a little bit. But then also, no, I won't do that in the middle on this page just because. Because I kind of want to put it down. I might put it down that edge. Just start over there. Both sides kind of look cool. There's not a wrong side or a bad side. After all that, I might just put it over here. Just because I just liked how this line was here and kind of wanted it to be on the outside of it. That's all. That's my whole reason. Oh, we're not going to worry about that. Okay. So that kind of tells us what direction we want to go in as far as colors. So this is not exact the same color, but similar. So I might just want to bring that over to that side. Also, I think this has like a little bit of something in there. What is this? This is like a piece of tissue here. Do I want that tissue there? I don't know. Oh, this is like, oh, it's like totally, it's not a small piece of tissue. That's a big, I think there is just a little bit of this color in here. And even though it's orange, I think I want to go across that. And I might want to bring in some writing page. What's this one? This one has some browns and blues and greens and reds. So I don't think I want that per se. Also, I have this little notebook here, which has some more red. It's okay if it's red. It doesn't have to match perfectly. But also we have this nice page here, which would be nice. Just right against there. Could do it that way or that way. Do we have a preference? Not really. But I do kind of want to ink it. And I do want this edge to be on this side. This side doesn't really need to be inked quite so much, but and the bottom's not going to show. It's going to get covered. And then these pages that I ripped out, I can then collage on to make pockets and tags to go in the journal. It'll be fun. I am going to leave just, I'm going to try anyway, to leave just a tiny bit between the piece that I'm gluing on and the middle. Otherwise it's going to get really bulky and hard to close, I think. So, of course that's longer than I expected it to be. Of course it is. Cutting off the whole page. That's kind of annoying. Now this one still has the stuff in the middle, so I might end up making this one, might not collage on the other side of this, and I'll just make it a pocket, either a side pocket or a top pocket, which I could even make it like a corner like this, and then glue that down there, and then we wouldn't see all this mess in here. So that's an option as well. And then over here we have, what if we just put this in the middle and collage around it? Just a piece of, whatchamacallit. So there'll be a different amount of writing space on each page. You know what I'm saying? You have to let me know if you want me to do this whole thing on video or if you want me to do some of it off screen so that I can come back and show you what I've done or what. Oh, see, this is really cute. Like that might be a cute piece to just kind of put on here somewhere. But we have violet and orange. Does that have some? No. Violet and orange. What can go with violet and orange? Of course, we could bring in, that's kind of a red violet there. Smaller pattern as well. Oops. And this has a violet and blue. It's a potential. I mean, no, don't like that. All right, this is dark. Dark, so dark. And also opposite on the colorware from orange is blue, and you could also do blue with violet. What kind of blue? I don't know. This has I don't hate that. right there. It's got a little bit of a orangey vibe to it. Not perfectly orange, but you know, close. And you could do like a little bit of bark at the top if we wanted. We could do whatever we want. It's our piece. Ooh, this is nice too. I don't like it with the orange though. Weird, huh? But then we could bring in some green. And green and violet is nice too. Nothing wrong with a little green and violet. Or green and orange. It's just very naturey. I do not have to figure all this out before I glue it down. I don't usually do that either. I usually just do it. Just glue it. Just glue it. See, this even has a little bit of orange on it. Do you want to bring that across the top there? I don't know how I feel about this. Ooh, that's pretty. Not quite the same orange as that though. It might be fun as a little flip, maybe on another page. All right. I'm gonna overthink it. I'm gonna overthink. Okay. All right, so this is a nice neutral, which could work nicely. It's very contrasting to the naturey piece on the side. That's okay, because this is, it's eclectic. It's eclectic. This has a little bit of orange in it. All right, I think I'm going to glue this piece at the top. Get that on there. Get down on it. Okay. And it has that little bit of orange, which is nice. If I could see what I was doing, it'd be even nicer. Get that across there so I don't have to cut that off. And this piece is a little bit heavier, so I might even want to glue it down with some other glue or a combination. I could do a combination. It's on like some 32-pound, I think it was like laser jet paper, so I couldn't really do it in my inkjet printer. So I just used it on my gel print, but it was like glossy also. So just to make sure that it will stay down. Although it was thick enough, I could have even put it on as a pocket or a tuck spot. Man, why couldn't I have thought about that before I put it on? I think I'll come up a little bit. If I could just keep track of, here it is, of my stuff, that'd be great. But it does have the red violet in it, and that makes me happy. I lost the bird and I don't like it. Oh, I might come off the edge here a little bit so that there's a little more writing space. Just don't want to lose the bird. But I like this organic edge happening here too. Maybe like this. All right, let's see. Hopefully I have that on there straightish. In a way that I'll like it once I cut it off. That's the goal here. And I'm thinking maybe that bottom piece I put on as a pocket, so I don't have to cover it with another pocket, but I could still put things on the page and in the pocket. That's what I'm thinking. Or at least on one side. It doesn't have to be... Is it heavy enough to be a pocket? I think it can survive being a pocket. I think. Also, I think I want to come down the middle. so that it doesn't, you know. And I was thinking about doing it as a pocket. Will it be strong enough? Well, we'll find out over time, won't we? It's just, I don't know if it's 20-pound paper, 24-pound paper. I don't really know. I could just do it over here. I could do something else over here. Well, what if I do? No, that's not big enough. I think I will make that at least partly a pocket. Like what I was thinking is coming in a little bit further on the sides. Just to give it a little bit more stability, I guess. Line that right side up there. Come all the way to the bottom if I can. There we go. I'm using the Barely Arts glue, which takes a little bit longer to dry than the art glitter glue. And I'll do the same over here. I'll just make it a little bit, we'll just put a skinny tag in there or something. Well, still plenty of room for a tag, but just want it to be down. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? It's a little bit easier to do before you glue it on, just saying. Whoops. Oh, not sturdy if you're going to go rip it with your scraper. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, and then this is going to end up being a pocket. So I'm going to take some of this off, take out the bulk, and then move that out of my way. Oh my goodness. Do not need to keep that. Just glue that down. That'll reinforce that pocket as well. And figure out what we want to put up here and on here. What do we have? Got that green or that turquoise. What did we just do? We just did violet and orange, so maybe we'll go in the more blue area of things. This could, oh, we got blue on here. I like that there's blue on there. So I think I will glue this on here and go from there. That'll be my first piece that goes down, and then figure it out from there. That's what I think. All right, kind of want the flowers going up. Giving ourselves a little bit of a space in the spine so we don't bulk up the spine too much. And, oh shoot, don't forget to put your glue pin back in. That would be good. I wouldn't have minded having that stick out. You know, if I had just backed it, that would have been a cute idea too, but I didn't, so I'm not gonna. Ooh, I like that across from that, so that may go over here somewhere. Just remember that. Some blue. I know I've got blue in the medium. Ooh. That's kind of cool. That might go over here. I had some Party Maze blue somewhere. Might be in that. Maybe it was too big. It's just the right. I mean, it doesn't have to be the exact. That's not the blue I want. I want more of that. That blue. That blue. Oh, that could work though. That could even maybe be a tag that goes in there. You know what I mean? That's that and that. They kind of go. But wish it was just a little bit longer one way or the other. This is need to, just want to put something, not that though. Could be, nope. All right, I do like this here. Do I want to turn it this way? No, I want that opposite there. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on. Maybe even fold it up and bring that color to the next page. And oh, we might want some, oh, we could do this. If we go all the way over here and put that there. Nope, don't like that. What if we do this up here and then do this down a little bit? That could work. Because then we have 1, 2, 3. Those 3 colors kind of repeating that way. All right, I don't hate that. Let's go ahead and maybe we're going to do that at the top. A little bit more. Something. And do we want any writing space? That, yeah, okay. This is a little bit thicker too. I wonder if I should put some other glue on there. Well, if I end up needing it, I'll do it. Because it was like a book page or whatever, and it was just a little bit thicker. I think it was like the inside, you know, the first page in a book. And then, okay, so when you're doing a pocket, this is what Gail tells us. So we listen to Gail, because Gail knows. So we're going to glue the bottom. And glue this side. And then we're going to match up our pages. Close our book when we do it. And make sure it gets stuck. This is not art glitter glue. It's barely art glue, so I got to give it a second. There we go. I forgot to do that piece there. We've got some blue and some turquoise. Let's see, what do we want to do? Could even bring up more of this from, or not. Do we want some of this? It's got some of this red in it. Maybe some of that turquoise up there, maybe. Maybe. Wish I could put stuff in the same place every time. That would make me happy. This would have been easier to do before I glued it down, but you know, sometimes you forget what you're doing. And then you just do your best. Just kind of fold it where you want it to get cut. Hope that it folds fairly straight. It's alright if it doesn't, just be a little bit of your page showing, that's all. Oh man, it moved when I was doing it. You know, are we going to worry too much about it? Not really, I'm just going to, I think I'm doing this the right way. I don't even know. Probably not. Probably just did it wrong. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put that on because it's got the right angle, and then just add another piece on the side. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We will make it work. Work it, girl. We're going to make it work no matter what. Yeah, see, that didn't get any straighter or whatever, so we will just probably even just take a little piece of the same paper. If it could be as tall, that'd be nice. Okay. I'm just gonna make it a little bit organic-y. I mean, you could do a different one. It really doesn't have to be the same one. But that's fine too. It just is a little bit darker. Just a little bit dark. Oh, what do we do? I don't know. Got a little paper on there. We might need to change our glue page. Alright, another page done. We will fill the pockets later. That's not important right now. Putting the glue cover, putting the, what is this? The pin on the glue. That is important. Just FYI. Let's see. Oh, we have some pink over here. Do we want to use some of this? I think it'll work. Alright, how much? Right about there. And I think that'll work. I'm thinking, because it's a nice little writing space, but it also could be like a secret pocket kind of a space. Maybe. Just focusing. I talked a lot today because I did that other video today. I'm doing 2 videos today. It's shocking. I don't know if it's because I'm feeling a little bit. I'm just going to glue it all down. So we could always add flips and whatnot. Also, you don't want it to be, well, unless you like an alligator mouth. The more pockets I put in, the more chance of alligator mouth we have. Okay, once again, leaving a little space there. Well, trying to keep it fairly straight. All the things. It's hard to do. All the things. I don't know what happened there, but it's fine. Alright, so that's kind of cool. We got some blue over here, some blue over here, some of this red, orange. It's more pink, but that's okay. But there's some pink in here too, so it works. I say it works, then it works. If I say it works, then it works. How are we doing on time? Alright, so 40 plus there was probably another 10 minutes before that. So I probably should think about maybe being done. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe one more page, are we thinking? Alright, I can't promise I will do this whole thing on camera, but I will definitely show it to you. In fact, maybe I will have this be like later, like, I don't know. See, some people like to see all the videos, but I gotta tell you, when you do a series, the first one does the best, and after that, not so much. So I think I will work on this off camera, and then we'll work on some pockets and whatnot. I mean, we've got in tags and journal cards together, but the pages, gluing those down, I think could just get old and boring. And I don't know what to say, so, you know, I just soon take my scraps up to the living room and play up there. Just saying. Anyway, so there will be at least one more video of this doing the tags and pockets, which will be more scraps happening. But so far, I think it'll be kind of a fun journal and eclectic and just fun altered book. I'll possibly add, you know, more here or something. This could even be. All right, so if you're wondering what the book was, it was Methuen's Monographs on Applied Probability and Statistics, real intriguing stuff. The Monte Carlo methods. I don't know what year it was. It didn't matter. It got, the little white dots are paint because, you know, I'm always making a mess. But I buy books because I like how they feel in my hand. That's usually why I buy a certain book, or because it has like a nice plain green cover and the little embossing on the side's not too bad. So I will see, you guys will see me in the next video. I don't see you. That would be creepy. And I hope you have a delightful day. Love you.